BTS news. The first rumor surfaced quietly, almost accidentally, the way the most intriguing stories often do. A blurry photo appeared late at night on social media, quickly deleted but already captured by watchful fans. It showed a familiar silhouette stepping out of a recording studio in Seoul, hood pulled low, shoulders slightly hunched in that unmistakable way that had become recognizable to millions. Within minutes, the name Jungkook was trending worldwide. There was no official schedule, no press release, no hint from HYB. And yet, there he was, walking out of a studio he was never supposed to be in. What followed was not just speculation, but a collective intake of breath from the global music community. Jungkook has always been careful with his movements, especially when it comes to creative work. When he appears without warning in unfamiliar studios, it signals something deeper than a casual visit. It suggests experimentation, curiosity, and perhaps the beginning of collaborations that could reshape not only his own artistic trajectory, but the sound of contemporary pop itself. In the past, Jungkook's collaborations were announced with intention and polish. His work with international artists came wrapped in official teasers, strategic interviews, and carefully timed releases. These recent visits, however, felt different. They were spontaneous, unannounced, almost rebellious in their quietness. To many, it felt like Jungkook was stepping into a new phase of his career, one defined less by expectations and more by instinct. Producers who spoke anonymously described a shift in his creative energy. They said Jungkook arrived not as a superstar demanding perfection, but as a musician hungry to learn. He asked questions about analog equipment, about vocal layering techniques used in genres far removed from K-pop, about how emotion could be captured imperfectly and still feel real. He stayed late into the night, sometimes long after scheduled sessions ended, replaying demos and humming melodies to himself as if chasing something only he could hear. These studio visits weren't limited to Seoul. Reports soon followed from Los Angeles, London, and even Berlin. In each city, Jungkook was spotted entering small, often low-profile studios rather than the grand facilities typically associated with global stars. This choice alone sparked conversation. Why would someone of his stature seek out intimate spaces known for underground artists and experimental sounds? The answer, many believe, lies in Jungkook's evolving identity as an artist. For years, he carried the title of Golden Magne, a name that celebrated his versatility, but also quietly boxed him into a role of perfection. Every note was expected to be flawless, every performance polished. These recent moves suggest he may be trying to step outside that frame, exploring textures and narratives that allow vulnerability, even rough edges. Speculation about potential collaborators has become a daily ritual among fans. Some believe he's been working with indie singer-songwriters known for raw lyricism, artists who favor storytelling over chart formulas. Others point to producers rooted in R&B and alternative soul, genres Jungkook has always admired, but rarely explored fully in his official releases. There are whispers of a collaboration with a Grammy-winning producer famous for stripping songs down to their emotional core, letting silence speak as loudly as sound. One particularly persistent rumor connects Jungkook to a legendary rock guitarist who has recently been mentoring younger artists. Fans dissected timestamps, studio locations, and even coffee cups spotted in photos, weaving theories that felt half detective work, half love letter. While none of it has been confirmed, the excitement feels different from typical fandom speculation. It carries the sense that something genuinely unexpected is on the horizon. Industry insiders suggest these collaborations may not be about commercial success at all. Jungkook, they say, is chasing growth. After more than a decade in the spotlight, He's asking questions many artists face later in their careers. What do I sound like when no one is watching? What stories haven't I told yet? What happens if I stop trying to be perfect? These questions seem to echo in the music rumored to be coming out of these sessions. Descriptions from those who've heard early demos paint a picture of songs that feel intimate, almost confessional. The melodies are said to be less explosive, more contemplative. His voice, always praised for its clarity, is reportedly being used in new ways, layered with breathy harmonies, sometimes cracking slightly, leaving in imperfections that feel intentional and human. Fans have responded not with fear, but with trust. Many armies say they're ready to follow Jungkook wherever his curiosity leads him. Social media is filled with messages encouraging him to take risks, to collaborate freely, to make music that feels true even if it surprises people. There's a shared understanding that this chapter isn't about proving anything. It's about discovery. The question of who's next remains unanswered, but perhaps that's the point. Jungkook's recent studio visits feel less like a countdown to a reveal and more like an open-ended journey. Each door he walks through leads to another possibility, another voice, another sound waiting to blend with his own. Whether the next collaboration involves a global superstar or an artist barely known outside a niche scene, the anticipation lies in the unknown. In a world where every move is often predicted months in advance, Jungkook's quiet rebellion against transparency feels refreshing. He's reminding the industry that creativity doesn't always need an announcement, that sometimes the most powerful art begins in silence, behind closed doors, late at night, with nothing but a microphone and an honest question. When the music finally arrives, whenever that may be, it will carry the weight of these moments. The unexpected studio visits, the whispered rumors, the nights spent experimenting far from the spotlight. And when listeners press play, they may not just hear a new collaboration. They may hear an artist stepping closer to himself, inviting the world to listen, not to what he's expected to be, but to who he's becoming.
Give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the